Warmed up till I was looking for that left hand over the top. That's my shot at the minute.
Just listen, we're here live November the 22nd, 2014.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting warmed up. I'm telling you, I'm one of the best out. I'm telling you, seriously. I'm just telling you.
What about the timing of the stoppage?
As I say, I'm going to have to look back. I hit him, he went down, he was struggling all over the place. Listen, that ref's a good referee. He's seen the guy's eyes, he couldn't go on, so he had to stop it. But I'm going to have to look back then.
What happens now? Do you stay out here and watch Groves, or are you looking ahead for the IBF title shot?
Go back, put my tracks on, come out here and see what happens. Don't worry about Ugly Kid, don't worry about him. I am managing challenger for the IBF World title.
Froch is up there listening.
Making history, and that's it. N is here. He's going to deliver the world title, I know he is. Early part of next year, and we're making history, that's it. Sky Sports, Team Chunky, that's it. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, boom.
Eddie, what will happen next then for James?
He's definitely fighting for the world title next. You know, Carl's up there. He's got till the end of December to make his decision. Talks are ongoing with Chavez. There's huge fights for James DeGALE. Of course, the Carl Froch fight is a great fight. The George Groves fight is a great fight. But one thing's for sure, his next fight has to be for the world title. You know, Carl will make his decision before the end of December. But whatever happens, he fights for the world title next, whether against Carl Froch or the next in line.
James, do you have a message for Carl up there?
Listen, he's a fighting man, and I don't really want to say it, but he's been a bit of a coward. But I like Carl Froch. It's hard for me to disrespect him, but it feels to me he don't want to fight me. So listen, it's either get on the title or fight me. It's simple. I can't disrespect a man that's achieved so much, but he's been a bit of a coward. And that's an achievement out of 72 states. But hey,
the fight gets made.
We're gonna stop right there. Listen, if you don't know, Carl Froch is not being a coward, and also you have to give James DeGALE the credit. Okay, get out. You have to give James DeGALE the credit of that he stopped someone. Let's listen to what Froch has to say.
Semi-ambitious opponent. You know, I don't know how serious he was the opponent.
The way on the street was that the opponent wasn't going to slip up. It's going to be James DeGALE now because
you've got to look at Periban's record. In his last 3 fights, he's not had a win. He's lost 2 of them and drew 1 of them. He doesn't look like he's had a go in the gym. You know, he's very flashy. Jim Watt pointed out earlier. He had a fight back, you know, at times, but you've got to put it into perspective. I mean, I think he's ranked number 20 in the world. You know, if you're fighting outside the top 10 in the world, really, you shouldn't be struggling. Great performance by James DeGALE, by the way. Did everything right. He was landing shots where really shouldn't be throwing that kind of a shot. A leaping over and left cross stepping in with it. He was switching to orthodox a lot, but he was landing his shots and he did the job. You know, big credit to him. Good performance.
Brian, I'm not sure about the stoppage. Should that have been stopped? I'm going to ask Carl.
I don't think it should have been stopped. Let me just get that out of the way. I don't think it should not have been stopped because, well, excuse me, it shouldn't have been stopped because you can tell it was a little bit of that hometown love. You know, Periban didn't even get to stand an 8 count. Now, granted, he took these 2 crazy right hands that put him down. Well, a right hand that first stunned him, and then a left hand that pretty much, you know, put him down into the ropes. But there was a little bit of that cooking, and this stoppage was nowhere along the line of George Groves versus Carl Froch. You know, the first fight. So basically, I'm going to say this honestly. Periban, he's always looked like that. People are going to say he was fat, and as they call him over in the UK, he was looking fleshy. He's always looked like that. In his 2 defeats, and then in his draw, he's looked like that. Now, for him to be stopped by James DeGALE, I said in my predictions that it means a lot. James DeGALE has just defeated, okay, a top 20 guy, but no matter what, a guy who's lost 2 of his last 3 fights, and the other fight was a draw, no matter what, he knocked out a guy who has not been knocked out, and he did it in impressive fashion. So, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, James DeGALE was for real. Not to mention, also to mention, Antonio Periban came into the ring at least, I would say, like 190. I'm not even going to lie to you. So, does Carl Froch want to fight him? I don't think it's about if Carl Froch wants to fight him or not. Carl Froch wants bigger fights. James DeGALE is fighting still under George Groves. You know, you got Bellew versus Cleverly 2, George Groves versus Douglas, and then James DeGALE. James DeGALE doesn't bring in the money and the prestige that Carl Froch wants. Carl Froch wants the big money fights. More importantly, Carl Froch wants to be on on pay-per-view, American pay-per-view. It can happen, you know, but the only person it can happen with, honestly, is Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So, as you heard, Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Carl Froch has until the end of the year to make his decision. He is the mandatory to fight. Well, excuse me, James DeGALE is the mandatory. I gotta get started. Mama's Boy is in the ring. T-Street Controversy. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.